Hi, and welcome to the channel. I mainly do commentaries where I look at anything and everything to do with life and death, but I thought I would try PowerPoints. I have done PowerPoints before, and I'm just experimenting. Please let me know, would you prefer PowerPoints or commentaries? Okay, let's get into it. This is evaluating the spiritual implications of Australia's recent unidentified aerial phenomena sightings. Introduction. For more than half a century, reports of unidentified aerial phenomena have emerged from every corner of Australia, from the remote deserts of the outback to the heavily populated coastal regions. Witnesses continue to describe lights, structured craft, and objects, silent objects, impossible maneuvers, and experiences that challenge conventional explanations. I have followed this subject for much of my life. My own experiences span decades. My earliest connection to the mystery dates back in 1961, when my father witnessed an unusual object while we were in Wales in the United Kingdom, and I was just an infant. During the 1980s, I observed unexplained aerial activity near Garbett in Townsville. Additional sightings occurred in Canberra in 2001, Cleveland in the Redland Bay in Queensland around 2010, Lake Indoon in Western Australia 2012, the Sunshine Coast 2023, North Brisbane 2024, and more recently, a flashing drone-like object witnessed by my youngest son on Christmas night 2025. While personal experience do not prove the nature of these phenomena, they raise questions that continue to inspire investigations. In this video, we will explore a controversial possibility. What if some unidentified aerial phenomena are not simply advanced machines? What if some represent an interaction between consciousness and reality itself? And what if the true significance of these sightings have less to do with what is in the sky and more to do with what is happening inside the observer? Chapter 1. The Australian Waves of Sightings. Australia has long occupied a unique place within UFO and UAP research. Its vast interior provides enormous areas free from light pollution. Its military testing ranges, remote communities, and isolated landscapes create ideal conditions for unusual observations. Many witnesses report seeing objects that appear to move intelligently yet silently. Others describe lights that seem aware of their presence. One particular intriguing feature of modern reports is that witnesses often describe an emotional component alongside the visual experience. People frequently report feelings of awe, a heightened sense of awareness, a strange calm, occasionally even profound life-changing events. Traditional investigations focus on radar returns, photographic evidence, and physical traces. But what if those methods only examine part of the puzzle? What if some phenomena involve aspects of consciousness that conventional instruments cannot easily measure? This question leads us into the controversial world of remote viewing. Chapter 2: Looking Beyond the Physical. Remote viewing emerged from government-funded programs during the Cold War. Researchers attempted to determine whether individuals could obtain information about distant targets using means not fully understood by conventional science. Supporters argue that consciousness may not be entirely confined to the brain. Critics point out that the results have been inconsistent and difficult to replicate. Regardless of one's position, remote viewing offers an interesting framework for exploring unusual experiences. The core principle is simple. The viewer attempts to perceive information while minimizing assumptions and expectations. The goal is move beyond personal beliefs and allow impressions to emerge naturally. When applied to unidentified aerial phenomena, some practitioners claim they perceive not only merely physical objects of the energetic or informational structures underlying the appearance of the craft. Rather than seeing metal, they describe sensing intent. Rather than observing machinery, they describe interacting with consciousness. Whether these perceptions reflect objective reality remains unknown. Yet, the reports themselves are fascinating. Chapter 2: The phasing phenomena. One recurring description among remote viewers is what some call phasing, phasing. The object appears both present and absent, physical and non-physical, localized and yet somehow spread across multiple locations simultaneously. Some describe the experience as viewing it a reflection on water. The image is visible, yet it seems connected to something existing somewhere or elsewhere. This concept echoes reports from witnesses who observe objects appearing suddenly, vanishing instantly, or performing movements that seem impossible under known physics. Skeptics propose observational errors or perceptual distortions. Others suggest advanced technology. Still others propose that consciousness itself may play a role in the encounter. If reality contains dimensions beyond ordinary perception, perhaps some phenomena operate at the boundaries between them. Chapter 4: Hardware or manifestation. One of the most significant questions concerned whether these objects are physical machines. Some reports certainly suggest solid structures, radar detections, infrared signatures, photographs, and videos. Yet, other cases seem stranger. Witnesses describe luminous forms lacking obvious structure, objects that change shape, lights that divide into multiple lights, forms that appear to respond directly to human attention. This has led some researchers to speculate that certain phenomena may function more than like projections or interfaces than than conventional vehicles. So let me repeat that. This has led researchers to speculate that certain phenomena may function more like projections or interfaces than conventional vehicles. In this model, the visible object is not the entity itself. Instead, it is a representation designed for interaction, a bridge between different forms of intelligence, a symbolic language appearing within human perception. Whether this interpretation is correct remains entirely speculative, yet it provides an intriguing lens through which to examine the mystery. Chapter 5: The Consciousness Connection. Perhaps the most controversial aspect of the phenomena involves consciousness itself. Many witnesses report lasting psychological changes following encounters, increased spiritual curiosity, heightened intuition, a stronger sense of connection to nature, reduced fear of death, an expanded interest in philosophical questions. These effects have been documented in various encounter reports around the world. The question becomes whether the phenomena causes these changes or whether individuals predisposed towards such experiences are more likely to report them. The answer remains uncertain. Nevertheless, the relationship between unusual sightings and shifts in worldview deserves careful examination. Human beings naturally seek meaning. When confronted with the unknown, an understanding of reality can expand dramatically. Chapter 8: The Sentinel Hypothesis. One speculative theory proposes that some intelligences may act as observers rather than invaders. According to this view, Earth is undergoing a period of rapid technological and social transformation. Artificial intelligence, genetic engineering, global communication networks, environmental challenges. For proponents of the Sentinel hypothesis, sightings represent monitoring activity during a critical phase of human development. For beings, if they exist, are not here to conquer, but to observe, to learn, perhaps even to guide indirectly. There is currently no evidence supporting this idea. Yet, it persists because many encounters lack overt hostility. Instead, witnesses often describe curiosity, observation, and mutual awareness. Chapter 7. The Spiritual Interpretation. Spiritual interpretations go even further. Some researchers suggest these phenomena may not originate from distant star systems at all. Instead, they propose that the intelligences emerged from dimensions intertwined with our own. Ancient traditions around the world describe beings of light, sky visitors, spirit messengers, and celestial teachers. Modern UFO reports sometimes appear to mirror these accounts. Could humanity simply be interpreting the same mystery through different cultural lens? In previous centuries, people may have spoken of angels. Today, they speak of extraterrestrials. Perhaps both labels attempt to describe experiences that exceed ordinary understanding. This does not prove a spiritual origin, but it raises thought-provoking questions about how human perception shapes extraordinary experiences. Chapter 8. Australia as a microcosm. Australia offers a remarkable laboratory for examining these ideas. The geographic diversity, its indigenous traditions, its isolated regions, its long history of unusual sightings. Some researchers suggest the continent acts as a microorganism to offer broader global patterns. Experiences reported in Queensland, Western Australia, Northern Territory, and elsewhere often contain themes echoed around the world. The same lights, the same impossible maneuvers, the same psychological effects. If a larger phenomenon exists, Australia may provide valuable clues regarding the nature. Chapter 2. Practical Reflections. When discussing the subject, it's important to acknowledge uncertainty. I cannot prove what I witness. Neither can many other witnesses. Yet the experiences remain meaningful. The repeated appearance of unusual aerial phenomena throughout my life has encouraged curiosity rather than certainty, questions rather than conclusions. The mystery itself has become part of the journey. Whether these events ultimately represent advanced technology, misunderstood aerial phenomena, psychological experiences, or something else entirely beyond current understanding remains to be seen. Chapter 10. The Future of the mystery. As technology advances, our ability to investigate this phenomenon continues to improve. Artificial intelligence may identify patterns humans overlook. Advanced sensory image may capture data previously unavailable. Scientists, psychologists, historians, and experiencers may eventually collaborate in ways that bring previously separated disciplines. The future of UAPs may include more than engineering and physics. It may also require an exploration of perception, consciousness, and the nature of reality itself. Conclusion. The recent Australian sightings invite us to ask profound questions. What are we truly seeing? Are these physical craft, advanced technologies, misunderstood natural events, or experiences that reveal deeper aspects of consciousness? At present, no single explanation accounts for every report. The mystery remains open. Perhaps the greatest lesson is not that we have found the answers. Perhaps it is time that we are finally willing to ask better questions. As we continue looking towards the skies above Australia, we may discover that the most important frontier is not outer space at all. It may be the unexplored landscape of consciousness itself, and that journey may be the only beginning. Okay, as a psychic medium, I can both remote view and I can channel, and I just am trying to make a few bucks. So there's my email address. If you want to drop me an email, you can even drop me an email. You don't have to buy, but there's my PayPal address if you are interested. All right. What part of the world are you in? And can you please let me know in a comment, have you seen a UFO, a UAP, an unidentified object? What did it look like? Where did you see it? What year? Please, if you're going to do so, be respectful. If only the world was more tolerant, less prejudice, less judgmental, it'd be much a better place. Please be kind to each other. Smile at a stranger. You might just save someone's life. Now take care of yourselves because you matter. You are special. Thanks again. Love, light, and blessings. Goodbye.